Hello everyone, we're back again. This time we're playing Once Human. What we're going to be doing today is a different game, slightly different genre, and this is basically going into like an MMORPG style is what I think it was. But I came into this game also not knowing what I'm going to do either. So you'll see a lot of run-throughs and a lot of tactical stuff, just me doing me. But understanding the mechanics was easy, and you'll see later on, understanding the menus was hard.
Weather alert. Today's rain contains hazardous materials. Do not use a black umbrella while outside. Attention all citizens. If a stranger asks you for the time, do not respond to them under any circumstances.
Okay, so most of the rest of this is just a tutorial. It's really simple, just telling you how to move, combat, some of the inventory, some of the movements. So I'll kind of skip through it a little bit. Alright, first things first, we grab this guy's bat. It says martyr, but honestly I don't see how he would be a martyr at the moment. And we figure out the climbing system. It's a bit odd in this game sometimes because you have to click space like so many times. Then we beat the shit out of these two. As simple as that. This guy kind of moonwalked at me. Then a pretty good cutscene just after that. It seems like it's been overused though, like the concept of this has been used before. Unless I can't remember where. After we beat the shit out of those guys, we kind of keep walking out the doors up into this like thing called a world stone.
The world stone.
Which, with that coercion, kind of made you have to do it. It's a video game. This progressive campaign, and this is where we learned that this is where all the money budget went.
For awakening the world stone.
The examples is like the lack of like audio from our own character.
Sorry.
And like animation from other characters.
A friend of mine.
Nonetheless, you just eventually learn how to chop trees down. I didn't know you just have to click the button. Then I get a gun. Yes, I equipped that shit immediately. Then it's simple building system. Took me a second to figure out the building system because I didn't know like you had to wait for each print to go down and that things can overlap. But as soon as you click it, it's like you don't have to like click the resources on it or anything like that. It just builds automatically, sucks the resources out of your inventory. And I didn't know you have to exit the build menu to actually use things that I didn't even realize was in the build menu still when I did it. And it was also kind of hard to tell whether you place some things are down or not when you're in the tutorial. But when you're in the actual game, it's a lot easier. Nonetheless, Mitsuko sends us on another battle. This time I get to use a gun. to kill a weather forecaster. Yeah, trying to be a little tactical here. The roll kind of sucks when you accidentally overshoot it. But nonetheless, I thought this boss was easy, besides just the damage scaling with the gun was a bit hard. I'm glad they gave us a gun, because I wouldn't have been able to shoot it or hit it with a fucking wooden baseball bat.
A deviation.
Alright, quick info. This is called a deviation. They give you specific abilities, and you can only hold one at a time after synchronizing your ability. I'll end up using this one a lot more for the tutorial, but there's like combat, territory, and crafting that I know of, and I have used before.
It's probably where that deviant got his power.
Nonetheless, Mitsuko forces me to go search cars that are in this area and some chests, which, yeah, I get the deviation. I actually like this deviation, but I can't find it yet. So I learned the teleportation system a little bit, trying to figure out where we need to go. But as you can see, we're really close to different things in this map. They're all within jogging distance, walking distance, easily. And I learned that this thing does damage to enemies. And of course, you can't not love a deagle. Like, come on, it's a deagle. Although I would say the damage scaling may need to go a little higher, since it's calibered in 50, so. Nonetheless, I went around scavenging this entire place. It took me way more than it should have. And then I get into like the first real boss fight, I guess I'd say, because the other one was actually a mini boss. Yeah, that didn't do anything. I'm gonna go 160. .314 to auto shell. So, I'm just trying to figure out what the damage scaling is on this kind of like mini boss. Personally, it's kind of confusing. The outer shell does more damage than the inner shell, but you know, we don't mind it. And this is like where it first started with my issues of aiming in versus not aiming in. You have two ways of aiming in. One with holding right click and one with clicking right click, which goes you into first person. I love the models, but for some reason every time I hold down right click, every now and then it'll just like transport me into first person or take me out of first person. It's kind of annoying. Okay, so upon entering the house, you get this like treasure. It's supposed to be a better gun, and I was so happy that I checked my inventory. I was like, where is it at? Well, I had somehow not enough inventory space, or like I was gonna get too heavy. I don't know. I just know that I didn't grab it during this session, and I sat here trying to figure out how to reopen it again.
Where is my gun, bitch?
And then after I figured out, oh, I can reopen it after I like walk a little bit away, but I still can't get it. So I just kind of left it there, but the game gives you another gun anyways. The next part, I was kind of stumped on, because I was like, how do I put shit away? Because I thought it was too heavy, but I'm gonna be honest, I have no clue. I realized I did need those healing syringes, though. Then I basically just did the rest of the tutorial. It was really simple. It was really odd that I couldn't pick up that gun, because looking back on it, I had more than enough inventory space, more than enough everything. But it just seems like the game just wanted to have me craft the gun, because it's the same gun. It's the same gun. Other than that, it was just some stuff with the furnace, some stuff with crafting, and that was it. This right here is the gun. I believe it's the M416, not A16. Yeah, M416. In my head, I remember it as an M4A16, but it's not actually that. It's an M416. It basically, I'm not gonna say it looks the same, but if I were to guess, because I don't remember exactly how the gun looks, it'd be that. The deagle looks like a deagle. But other tutorial parts is just the mining platform, some more deviant stuff, and that's it. The next part is, I'll be honest, a lot of animation that they didn't really need to do, but it's still cool. You get back on the bus, and you go through this wall. I don't know if the animations were just like messed up here, but the wall didn't break until we actually went through it all the way. And the bus is loud. Like, it's loud as shit. And you only go like 50 meters. Like, come on. You only go like 50 meters. It's not really worth it. So, cover your ears. That's the audio level I have my headset at. And all of the other audio that's in this video is actually subtracted. It's a lot lower than it actually is when I'm playing. It's by 24 decibels. That's a decent amount of like volume for you guys to be taking in. Nonetheless, the rest of this is just me mowing down a boss, mini boss, like the one that was annoying us on the bus. Then activating 2 world stones, one with no restriction, one next to the boss. It's just that simple. Like, this is a big ass fucking plane. Oh, we're on the other side now. Shit. Alright. Oh, I started. Can we kill him with a bat? Oh, so it's literally like a I know I could. First off, gotta love that camera angle. Like, that was a really good camera angle for his animation. Other than that, this boss was probably the easiest boss to handle. Like, their attacks were really easy. The lightning was like literally red on the ground. It really tells you where it's gonna be. Yeah, that's really it. You just shoot a fucking flying dragon that shoots purple orbs and lightning at you. That's really it. I thought that meant something else. Oh shit. the entire fucking game. Basically, all that's left is to talk about Eternal Land, and then you go back to the Earth,
We're so close to securing Meadows.
and a few
I'm
tens of
sorry.
hundreds years
At
later,
the last moment,
after something
we
called
escaped
Starfall,
into another world.
and that's it. You literally just continue the campaign from there.
Still, at the very moment.
And yeah, that's the end of this session for now. More videos of this will come out. However, I just need something kind of as a filler before we start actually getting into the game, so not only you but I myself can get like a timeline and how like to understand the game a bit better, because this game is a bit more confusing than you really have to think it is. Like, it's way more confusing than you think it is for the terms of like UI and what you have to do in certain areas, because it's pretty well thought out, but there could be some fixes here and there. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please have a great day. I'd love it if you guys could like and subscribe the video, like at least subscribe, because it really shows your support, really helps me continue making these videos. Have a great day.